It's become a heated three-way contest. Many people have forgotten there's actually a fourth candidate in the race. And you may have noticed there was not a second empty chair next to Jack Davis's seat at that debate. That is because the candidate in question was not even invited. He is Green Party candidate Ian Murphy. He's joining me now from our Buffalo studio to talk more about the developments of the last 24 hours. Ian, welcome back to Capitol Tonight.
Hi, thanks for having me back.
It's my pleasure. So we are seeing this race turn pretty nasty, and also it has the attention of the national parties now. I just wonder if you would like to start with this alleged assault by Jack Davis on the Republican tracker who turns out to be a Jane Corwin staffer. What are your thoughts about this? Do you have some experience in pranks and gonzo journalism, I guess, and efforts? What do you think this is?
Well, it looked to me like they were trying to aggravate the Davis camp into, physically assaulting the guy. That's not really something I'm into, and considering that it was a Corwin staffer, it's pretty underhanded politics, in my opinion.
I mean, do you think also, I know you've seen the video, do you think that his response was real? Because there's been a lot of sort of questions about whether he was a little bit more theatrical than necessary.
Right. Well, he was definitely hamming it up, I would say.
Yeah. I mean, when you say, though, that this is, you also have created, for example, a mock website that's a parody website for Jane Corwin, the Assembly GOP candidate. And look, I mean, I'm not going to mince words. It can get pretty nasty at times. I mean, you talk about, for example, the appearance of Kathy Hochul or Jane Corwin saying that she's not a joke candidate. I mean, is this a commentary on political reporting and political candidates?
Well, I don't know if it's a commentary on political reporting. It's just JaneCorwin.org was created on the premise that we believed Jane deserved a more honest website. So we just proceeded along those lines.
Well, what does that mean exactly? Because some of what you say here, like, for example, Corwin endorsed by recognizable old person. I mean, that's obviously a spoof about her being endorsed by the 60-plus Pat Boone, right?
Right. Well, she's been endorsed by Pat Boone in the place of AARP because she's going to destroy Medicare. So she got any token old person she could. That's,
right.
That's a joke in reality, so,
But do you think, I mean, when you say that you think it should have been more fair, I mean, do you think that what you've done here is fair?
Sure, why not? Her actual website is filled with nothing but, vagueness and pandering. We were just trying to kind of hammer down her issues so people could know what she stands for.
Yeah, there's also this, the inclusion of the words, Heil Jane Corwin, which of course seems like a Nazi reference.
No. I just thought that's how Republicans spoke.
So here's the thing, though. I mean, you might have had the opportunity to bring up a lot of this. Obviously, Medicare is a serious issue, and you weren't able to participate in what happened in the debate that happened this morning. What exactly happened there?
Right. Oh, well, it's an odd story. WGRZ news anchor Scott Levin showed up at my house with an opened letter on April 28th. The letter was dated April 15th. It said I had until the 30th, which was a Saturday, to RSVP. So functionally, I had one day to RSVP. I did that by calling Jeff Woodard, the news director there. Mm-hmm. And after the fact, I'd written a satirical account of the event where Scott Levin came to my house, in which I called Mr. Levin a tall orange robot. And this is for my satirical website, The Beast, BuffaloBeast.com.
Right.
After reading this, it apparently hurt their feelings so much I was disinvited from the debate.
Do you think that it was actually about hurting their feelings, or it was because they didn't take you seriously?
Well, the AP has confirmed that it was because they had their feelings hurt. So I believe the AP.
Had you been able to participate in the debate this morning, what is it that you would have said exactly?
Well, I did participate in the debate, sort of. We had the Ustream video going at the same time, and that was on Murphy Vision at our website at ianmurphyforcongress.com.
Okay.
About 300 people participated and viewed. But I don't know what I could have added to the debate because the way I was participating was trying to just shout in between the pauses. But I think what I could have added in reality if I were there and asked questions was a little bit more substance.
I mean, look, you have actually, it's actually, you're honest to goodness on the ballot. The Greens have endorsed you. I've actually talked to the Green Party leadership. I mean, I know the last time we spoke, I asked you if I was getting punked. You're really a candidate. Now, you're a little bit unorthodox, and I know that you've done a lot of satirical stuff here. The problem is that it doesn't seem to be resonating because you only have 1% of the vote, according to the Siena poll.
Well, there was a new poll done, I think it was paid for by the Daily Kos most recently, and I'm up to a whole 2%.
Okay.
Liz.
Okay, but
so.
Okay, but all right, 2%. So I stand corrected. But do you think that maybe if you had been slightly less gonzo, if you will, that you might have been taken more seriously?
No, I don't think so. I mean, this is a pretty red district. Even Hochul, the Democrat, is pretty much pandering to the right. It's a very red place to live, and I'm a liberal guy, so I'm only going to pick up a few votes.
Okay, well then, so
regardless,
was it you were actually endorsed by the Progressive Democrats of Western New York? They're also a real entity. I mean, they're pretty out there on the left, but they're certainly not they're not a joke. I mean, do you still think that this was worth it? If after all of this?
Absolutely. I think it was worth it for JaneCorwin.org alone. As of this morning, we had 500,000 hits on that site. So
500,000 hits?
Yeah.
Wow. How is it that you know that?
Google Analytics.
Okay. And you've actually gotten some national attention for that too, right? I mean, in the end, though, I mean, obviously it helps promote Buffalo Beast. It helps promote yourself, of course. I mean, is that why you did this, or did you do it because you wanted to say something about the process and the district?
Well, you know, as corny as it may sound, I did it for all the sincere reasons about caring about my country and wanting it to go in the right direction.
Well, we're going to be covering this race, and we will be checking in with you on election night. I want to thank you very much, Ian, for being with us again. It's good to see you.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Thanks. Cool. Thanks, Ian. I appreciate it.